If you've been a fan of my channel for any period of time, you know that I review a lot of solar powered lights, and some of them look like they have cameras, but this one actually has a camera. How cool is that? This retails for right around $99. Let's do a quick unboxing.
Welcome back to another Jeff Reviews for you, and the video and audio that you are seeing and hearing right now are coming right from our Eufy solar wall light cam. You know what? Enough talking about this. Let's get right back into this review.
Unboxed, you can see we have the Eufy light itself, mounting hardware, a quick start guide, even a little plug that I think you're probably supposed to use to hook this up to your app. Under closer observation, this is actually utilized to charge the solar wall light cam, and they did wrap that with a rubber gasket, making me think that if you had to permanently install this plugged in, you could. Although I'm going to use a different cable to plug into here to charge it. That's what this is for. Some of the specs we have, it's 6 inches across by 4 inches down. It has an 8 gigabyte internal storage. That's pretty impressive. It has 300 lumens and the light is about 4,000 Kelvin. I'm excited to see that this is Amazon and Google compatible. That's pretty cool if you have that voice activation system. Eufy says that this LED lights will work for 60,000 hours, which is equivalent to about 6 years of continuous use. That's pretty impressive. Let's set this up to our app. To install our new solar light cam, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the app, scroll down to where we see wall light cameras. Then there's our solar wall cam right here. I have an HB3, which is the Jeff Reviews for You line. Once I click that, it's going to open up my QR reader, and the QR is actually on the back of your wall light cam. Now that we did that, we actually hooked it up to our internet. So on the back of our light is a button that we have to push until we hear a beep. Let's turn this around. I've heard the beep. Now we're going to click next on the app. All right, now the phone is going to actually have a QR code popped up, and the camera on the wall light has to read it. We've read our QR code, and the device just told me it was connecting to the Wi-Fi network and to please wait.
Setup was successful.
Excellent. As you heard, our setup was successful. We click next on the phone because our setup was successful, except it does tell us that there's a firmware update, so we're going to update that right now. After the firmware was updated, you have to fully charge the battery, which takes about 4 hours. They do say you have to have a 5 volt or 2 amp power source. I'm going to charge mine up and then we'll go install it. We are all charged up, so we're going to put this back piece on just to make sure it's completely weather tight. I'm not going to show too much of the install just because it's really self-explanatory. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to install this plate up against the side of the wall that I'm going to install it on. Once it's on the wall, this lip right here will actually clip right onto there, and then there's a small screw that's included in your set that will go into the bottom here to tighten it all together. I mentioned that I hooked this up to my HB3 or the home base, and yes, it is compatible there, but this is also can be used as a standalone, meaning you don't need any of the other devices that Eufy offers to be able to utilize the solar wall light cam. I have our new Eufy solar wall light installed right up here on the wall that I install all my other solar lights on. I could not resist. This area actually gets a lot of sun during the day, so I am completely confident that this battery will stay charged. Let's come back and check on this at night.
I want to do a head-to-head between the auto night vision being on and off. You can see right now the grayscale is when it's on, and it's a whole lot clearer than if it was turned off completely. And of course, you can also see when the light is on, that makes things even more visible, except that also consumes the battery a lot faster.
Now I want to check the motion sensor on the solar wall light cam. You can see that red light there off in the distance. Well, it comes on and off. That's actually on the camera itself. I'm right now 20 feet away. Let's start walking closer to the light. Oh my, look at that. I took 2 steps, maybe 18 feet away, and that thing kicked right on. Pretty awesome. Right now we're just looking at the ground right below the camera. We want to see what kind of visibility we have when the light is on. And there it goes. You can see it does lighten up the area. You get about a good 20, 30 feet of visibility. Of course, it's a lot clearer when you're right near the light, but you can still see a little further away. Some of the cool features you can do with the app is I can turn the light on and off. I can set it to an auto turn on, auto turn off. I can even change the way the light looks. Let me pull up my settings. Right now I have it on the brightest it can go, but watch this. I can dim it down pretty far to almost nothing, just depending on what I like to do. I love the customization of this light. I'm gonna trigger the alarm settings, so if you're sensitive to flashing lights or sirens, just so you know, it's gonna start here in just a second, but I really do appreciate the inclusion of this in all of Eufy's exterior camera lights. You can actually have this flash and siren just based on someone coming in the area, or you can set it up manually. It's clear that there's a whole lot of technology packed right into the Eufy solar wall light cam. But you know what? I would love to get your opinion on this light. Is this something that you need, not need? Were you looking to get one? Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you.
I want to talk a little bit about battery storage and consumption. On a day like today when it's beautiful, this thing is going to have no problem storing more energy than it uses. But about a week ago, we had a hurricane come through. There's a lot of rain and clouds, and those days I noticed a lot less storage and more consumption. So just know, the better the sun, the better the charge.
The camera on the Eufy solar wall light cam has a 120-degree viewing angle, and it also can shoot up to 2K. Now that is dependent on your speed of internet and also storage that is remaining.
In this video, we're looking at the Eufy solar wall light cam. So what did I think of it? First things first, let's talk about that price point. $100, in my opinion, is actually a pretty good deal. As I said before, I reviewed a lot of different solar lights. Some of them look like they have cameras, and they range between $20 and $40. And for this one to have an actual camera for just $100 is pretty awesome. I want to talk a little bit about distance between this and your home base or the internet. Right now, I'm about the length of a football field away from my house, and if there wasn't a shed between here and there that had one of my mesh networks, this thing wouldn't connect to the internet. So it's important that you have this in close proximity to either your internet at your house or your home base. Although I didn't say this earlier, this can either be used tied directly to your home base or as a standalone, so you don't need a whole other set of equipment just to make this work. That's pretty convenient. Not to mention that these are stackable, meaning you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, well, however many your internet can hold and support. I will say, from time to time, Eufy offers deals, and if they let me know, I'll make sure to put them down in the description. That was my full review of this solar wall light cam. If it is something that interests you, I'll leave a link down in the description as well. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and hope you have a great day.
I have my camera set to optimal surveillance, so you never know what you're gonna get. When I woke up, look at what was caught on the solar wall light cam.
I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of the Eufy solar wall light cam. You know what? I reviewed a lot of Eufy products, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to link a playlist right up here, and I would love it if you would click on this link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm going to join you right here. So go ahead, click it. It's safe. I promise.